Alright, we're gonna get going here in just a second. Alright, this is Season 2, race number 3 of my F1 2020 My Team Career Mode. We are at the Hanoi Street Circuit for the Vietnam Grand Prix. Right now you are looking at the Performance R&D, so I actually changed it, the Performance R&D area. We're just going to be going over really quickly. I already went ahead and purchased what I needed to purchase. The aerodynamics front downforce upgrade was the one that failed, and through the practice program, we were actually would have purchased it before I went to Vietnam, but we were, I think, something like 16 or 18 points short. But we got that one. The major upgrade in the chassis is still incoming, and then we also got a engine upgrade. So we have 3 sets of upgrades coming. I think the top 2 there are going to be in for China, and then the engine should be in for the Dutch Grand Prix. Right now we're sort of in the middle of the pack, figuratively and literally, in the performance chart. We are 6th out of 11. So there we go. And actually, I think I might have mentioned this in a previous race video, but as we look at the actual performance graph, just notice now the Mercedes haven't upgraded really at all. Same goes for Red Bull. But I think we're in a good place now, because we're going to be at a stage where we can essentially get upgrades, and the way we can purchase them, we could essentially be getting upgrades every single race weekend, which is good, because even if it's going up a little bit, you know, it'll be continuously going up each race, whereas you see certain teams, they go up a little bit and stop, and go up a little bit and stop. My goal is just, even if it's just a minor upgrade, we can just keep going up and up and up and up and up, slowly but surely. And if you look at the performance chart, there is a bunch of other minor upgrades that we can get, like this one over here. There's a couple in the aerodynamics upgrades over here. There's some. I think we can hit one more minor upgrade on the chassis once that major upgrade comes in, and then we still have durability to go. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff we can do. And again, the goal is just to keep going forward as the season goes on. And yeah, we are ready to go to qualifying. Actually, let's check how's the engine stuff doing. Not too bad, not too bad. I think the next upgrade I'll purchase will be a durability upgrade. Probably overdue for one of those. But yeah, here we go. One shot qualifying. Now, Vietnam's a circuit I generally like, but it's also got a lot of awkward elements to it. So I'm hoping I can go a little bit better, obviously, because we have one race here under our belt already. So let's see how we go. Let's try that part again. I got a really wide arc around that corner, a little wider than I was hoping for. Also, turn one, it's very... You have to make sure you really don't hit the curbs there. That's good. Much better than the first time round. Hamilton leading the session right now. Sector 3 is really where we're going to determine where we start, I think. So I definitely think we're better in... a little better in Sector 1. I think Sector 2 is my best sector. Not that I'm bad at Sector 3. It's just a bit challenging, as I think I'm overshooting the hairpin by just a little bit. See, right there, that's... I messed it up right there, and that would have screwed up my entire lap. And I got through part of it, but not all the way. Alright, let's take P7. That's pretty solid. It shows there's a weird glitch where, I don't know if this is because of the new update, but it will basically show you as P1. Well, not P1, but it'll show you a couple of positions higher than where you actually qualified, and then it will actually show where you qualified. So.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Hamilton, Albon, and Valtteri Bottas. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
So here's our qualifying results. Actually, pretty, I guess I'm sort of not entirely thrilled, but, you know, happy that Magnussen's improved a little bit. He's P14, which is, I guess, a little closer to what I would expect him to qualify. Sebastian Vettel, shocking qualifying lap, only P10 in a Ferrari, getting out-qualified by both Renaults. Yeesh. That's not good. A little surprised that both McLarens qualify outside the top 10, because on the performance chart, in case you missed it, I believe they were 4th best on the performance chart. I think they had some major upgrades come in, because they had a big jump in the chart. And they got out-qualified by both Renaults. Renault's, I believe, still technically below McLaren. And Racing Point is falling off. Like, Jaguar, we are ahead of Racing Point. So again, just shows, you know, both McLarens got out-qualified by both Renaults and both Racing Points. So, not ideal for those guys. And give a shout to Albon. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he got sort of motivated by the big offer that Red Bull gave him after we tried to sign him away, but yeah, P2. He's had a pretty strong start to the season, you have to say. Didn't get necessarily a strong result in Bahrain, but obviously he's still the points leader. He won the race in Australia at the season opener, so he's doing pretty well for himself right now. Closing the gap in the rivalry to Vettel, and if everything goes according to plan, we should finish ahead of him in the race. Still waiting to get to level 20 on the Team Acclaim, because that's when we can unlock that 5th sponsor. Hopeful that we can get there by the end of the season. Fingers crossed. But
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
alright, we're all set to go. No threat of rain, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. And yeah, let's get to it.
The Formula One circus has arrived in Southeast Asia once more as we usher in a new era and get ready to go racing here in Vietnam. A lap of Hanoi circuit then, 3.4 miles around the Vietnamese capital. A number of the 23 corners take their inspiration from other great circuits, hopefully creating plenty of passing opportunities. Also here, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Why don't we talk about Ferrari? We have a number of changes to the aerodynamic regulations this year, and the signs haven't looked good for them so far in terms of getting to grips with those changes.
It doesn't look promising for them so far. And if the new regs have hit them as hard as we think, well, I suspect they may need a few late nights at the factory to get back on track.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Alexander Albon lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Verstappen, Charles Leclerc and Ricciardo. The owner driver, Perez, Ocon and Sebastian Vettel. Stroll, Norris, Carlos Sainz and Magnussen. Gasly, Russell, Daniel Kvyat and Nick de Vries. Grosjean, Giovinazzi, Latifi and Tatiana Calderon. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Alright, last year for us was a 2-stop here at Vietnam. Let's see what it is this year.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Alright, it looks like another 2-stop. And it must be 2-stop for everyone, because even seems like even with the hards, they don't want you going on a 1-stop, so you will edit the strategy, of course, and go on to the soft, medium, soft strategy. So go stint 2. The medium tire stint, make it go 11 laps. Stint 3, softs. 8, 12, and 8. Sounds good to me. Alright, we're all set to go. We'll quickly check the race director, see what the tire status is, and everyone's on softs.
Let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can.
So I guess the question is going to be if anyone can stretch to a 1-stop. People who I would look at would be the Alfa Romeos, particularly Giovinazzi, as well as the Racing Points, particularly. Actually, Perez is known as a good tire saver, but Stroll has really had the edge on him this year. Tire saving in the race. So I could see Stroll trying to go long. His softs. Try a 1-stop.
Radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who goes on what and when. And we'll try to get a decent start off the grid. I feel like this is Hamilton's race to win. We'll see if the Red Bulls or even his teammate Bottas can get a jump on him at the start. He looks solid temperature-wise. Temperature to the brakes there. Switching it up into rich mix now. Getting ready to get going. Here in Hanoi. It's going to be an interesting start, because I believe we are going to be... I mean, we are on the better line, but we're also on the outside. You know, with people... I know the first turn, it's left into a long right-hander.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
But you would think people on that inside row would take the chance to make some dive bombs into turn 1. So we'll see how we do here. Alright, 5 red lights. Getting ready to go. Here at the Hanoi Street Circuit. Lights out, and away we go. Good start. Try and dive down to the bottom here, see if we can gain some spots. Ooh, a little bit too tight there with Albon. Let's see if I can try to make a move to the outside. From Leclerc. Oh, he really squeezed us out there. I was hoping we were going to get some room there. Apparently not. Let's see, where's our teammate? Ooh, he's in the middle of a 4 wide situation. We'll see how that works out for him. Go from here. Better braking. were going really... People got held up there a lot. Something happened there. We snuck up into P3. Ooh. And that's what happens when you don't pay any attention to what's happening. So I think everyone got thrown off by Ricardo going wide. Well, he didn't really go wide. He took the inside line. That for the next corner comes the outside line, and we were 4 wide through this part of the track, and everyone was just clogged up right here. Bottas was just stuck to Ricardo. He could not get off of him. And where did our teammate end up? Oh, he's back there in, let's see, 22nd, 21st, 20th, 19th, 18th, 7th. He did not get the best of that exchange out of the first couple corners. From here, actually, take the corner correctly, and it's a massive log jam behind us. Bottas is going to get away, it looks like, but not, not in the best of shape in terms of people behind him. Let's go back again, just see how that all shook out. Leclerc is heading off from Verstappen and Ricardo. It's all just super tight to this area of the track. Well, now, Leclerc, obviously he's closed. Can he make a move on Bottas, potentially? No DRS, but they'll have the slipstream. Captain Leclerc, he's getting closer, looks like he might try to make a move.
That's a decent start. Good job.
And he does, and they're side by side out of that corner, and Leclerc is going to get the edge. But we don't mind that, because that actually helps us out. Because I think I missed another section of that track again. Gotta stop paying attention to the bout behind me and focus on what I'm doing. If we're being honest. That's what I really gotta do right now, but... Anyway... We went from P7 to P3, which is a pretty good start. If you ask me. Hamilton, of course, that's the fastest lap of the race right out of the gate. I think he is going to be very hard to beat in this one. Not take that part of the sector very well. turned in a little too early.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
You know what I was trying to prevent is happening. Leclerc
The car behind is gaining on you by 5/10 a lap.
has gained enough on us to the point where he's going to be in our DRS range. But I guess crucially is that he's the only one. Bottas is too far behind. I presume that he will be having his hands full with trying to defend from Max Verstappen. So I don't think we have to worry about him. It's just us and Leclerc, really. We're just worried about Leclerc, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. Getting it close, he's not going to be in a position to make a move. A little tighter on that chicane than I would have liked. Leclerc's going to make a move. He's not going to have the space. All of a sudden, Verstappen has really closed in on us.
Gap
After
to
getting
car
by
in front
Bottas.
is 3.5 seconds.
Now we're going to be doubly under pressure from Verstappen and Leclerc. And when you're in a defensive position like this, as part of the track, you pretty much have to use Rich Mix, DRS, Rich Mix and overtake mode. As the player looks for a move, but he's not going to get it. As Ricardo is now gone by Bottas, so I wonder if something's up with Bottas, because he started third and he's now dropped to 7th. So wondering if he's got some kind of problem with his car. Our first scheduled stop is supposed to be around lap 8, I believe. That's what they said we had to stop. Leclerc is going to make a move here, but I don't think he's going to get it. Squeeze him out. Bad run to that corner. Mix, overtake mode, see if we can fend him off. We'll make him go the long way around. Well, not the long way around, but it will be the long way around momentarily once we get to the hairpin.
Hamilton's in first place.
Leclerc tried to defend, but he couldn't do it. We squeeze him wide, and now he is side by side with Max Verstappen for P4. give us a little bit of breathing room. As Verstappen has successfully gotten by
Be aware, we
Leclerc.
expect the grip levels to start falling away soon. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
Tire wear right now is okay. Definitely, we can definitely make it to lap 8 without any problems. So nothing really to worry about there. Now, we do have a little bit of a gap to Verstappen. He's still within DRS range, but we do have some distance to him. And I think Bottas definitely must have a problem because he's now gotten overtaken by Perez in the racing point. As Verstappen overtakes us, but can we get him back to the chicane? We will. Gonna be very tight. We get it done.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix 2 soon.
Ricardo has managed to get by Leclerc. Not a good weekend for the Ferraris thus far. That's one thing you can certainly say. I think I might have hit the wall there unintentionally. By just a little bit. That's better. There we go. That's the best exit. Verstappen's going to be right over gearbox, trying to get the best exit we can. Actually had a little moment there. He's got such a run on us here. Do the best we can to put up any kind of defense. Back to the switch, here goes Ricardo.
Some information on De Vries. They're retiring from the race.
Because we now have a retirement with Nick De Vries. I believe that's an engine failure. We'll go take a look at it. Yep, that is an engine failure for the Dutch driver for Haas. He is parked up and out of the race. Not sure if that will necessitate a safety car. He's nowhere near any traffic right now, unless he was running towards the back of the field. I again had a close brush to the wall. This time by when we should be coming into
Push
the
now.
pits.
We're boxing this lap. We're leading our teammate by 8.4 seconds.
Verstappen's making a move to the inside. Not gonna happen. We fend him off. have a run on us here. So will Ricardo. We hold him up, and Ricardo is going to blow by both of us here. The inside, which will become the outside for this corner. Contact. Schmick's overtake mode. See if we can fend from Ricardo. And we'll heat come under attack from Verstappen. Ricardo's going to make a move now. Verstappen might be under attack from Leclerc. As Leclerc and Verstappen are side by side again, we are also trying to defend.
The gap to the car ahead is
From Daniel Ricciardo.
9.3 seconds. Understood, stopping this lap. Affirmative, medium tyres at the next stop.
And I brush the wall just ever so slightly once again.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
So Hamilton comes into the pits this time. Albon stays on track. Hamilton will come out in some traffic.
Go, exit now. We're racing on the exit. Go now.
So
Okay,
it
we
should
only have to stop
be
once now. One stop left.
interesting to see how Hamilton negotiates that traffic. Actually, we get a lucky break because we got Latifi buffering us and Ricardo, which is very, very helpful. But expect Ricardo to just blow by him right here. Side by side a little bit, which helps us get out of the DRS range. And I actually want to see who's on what tire under the pit stop. So Hamilton would have been the first to pit, and he is on. Let's see if we can find him here. He is right behind one of the McLarens of Sainz. So Hamilton went for another set of soft tires. We obviously went for mediums. Ricardo went for softs. Verstappen went for softs. Vettel went for softs. And Calderon's already in the back went for softs. So everyone who pitted that time opted for the soft tire now, which means they're going to be on a slower tire to finish the race.
Okay, clear.
Ooh, we have a crash. I believe that was Nicholas Latifi who had an accident. Let's go take a look at it. I think he got turned. And one of those accidents where he got the slipstream, probably went to make a move, and it didn't work out for him. And actually, he gets right into Max Verstappen. Takes a bit off front wing of Verstappen, so he might have to pit again. Let's see what happened there fully with Latifi. Where's Verstappen? Yeah, Verstappen just sort of plows into him. Take a look at that again. Yeah, Verstappen just sort of plows into him. Latifi's stuck backwards on the track. He has to do sort of a bit of a K-turn to get back going again. Fortunately for him, he didn't retire out of the race. He didn't have... The damage wasn't that severe. Yeah, and like I said, Verstappen just nowhere to go. It just plows into him, and he's going to have to take another stop, so... Things go from, you know, just got worse for Verstappen there. Let's take a look at that from Daniel Ricciardo's point of view. There we go. Latifi just goes off. Well, I guess he's very fortunate that Latifi didn't come back on into the racing line and wipe him out. So I would expect Verstappen to be coming in again at some point to change his front wing. Because that's, I mean, it's not... He definitely has damage. I don't know if it's enough that it will prevent him from continuing without having to make a pit stop yet. I mean, it was pretty severe contact. They have a horrible run through that paint area. My gosh. Brutal.
Kevin is in for his stop.
Magnussen in the pits now. Oh, and Nicholas Latifi has been disqualified from the race, presumably for trying to make that K-turn.
We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
So we'll just consider him a DNF. I mean, he wasn't going to be getting points anyway, so really for him him being disqualified really doesn't matter. Let's see what's happened here as Verstappen does come into pit for front wing change. So the leader of the race is actually Pierre Gasly, as he has yet to stop. And the same for Lance Stroll, he has yet to stop. I'm wondering now if those guys are going to be attempting a one-stop here. So they're going a little long. Same for Lando Norris. Also trying to go long, presumably maybe try to make a one-stop work. And same for Alfa Romeo Grosjean, Kvyat. So yeah, that's interesting. As far as the guys behind us who pitted, Perez, Bottas, looks like everyone's on soft. So I'm kind of surprised that no one opted for one of the harder tires in the middle of the race. Because all that means is that we are going to be the fastest car on the track right at the end of the race. Where we'll be position-wise, I have no idea. But I think we are definitely going to be in a better position for the end of the race. Stuck behind Gasly right now. And I think for Renault,
is in the pits.
For Renault, I think this is definitely the sort of day that they were looking for. Remember, they haven't scored any points as of yet. So they're certainly looking for a good result here today. Let's check to see what those guys put on. And yeah, I'm really surprised. The guys that stayed out an extra lap or two, they went on the softs. So
Our gap to the car in front is 9.8 seconds.
very surprised that basically I'm the only one who's doing sort of an alternate strategy as far as tire choice goes. Literally the only person on the track that doesn't have the soft tires on. In windows, lap 20. And Ricardo's closing up. He'll get alongside, but he will not get us this lap. See, front fly coming out of the hairpin, and Ricardo's going to have us. I misjudged that a little bit.
We've lost the position. That's us down a place.
And Ricardo has snuck by us. P4 in what will be effective P3 once Stroll hits the pit lane, which he still has not done yet. So Stroll, again, the Racing Point team and more specifically Perez have been known for being great when it comes to saving tires, but Stroll has been doing a fantastic job this year.
Gap to teammate behind is 8.2 seconds.
On when it comes to stretching the tire stints, he's just been incredible, and it's shown in the points results too, because Stroll currently is ahead of Sergio Perez in the championship standings. So whatever Stroll's doing is absolutely working for him. No questions, no question about it. It's working for Stroll. Unfortunately, we are just outside of Perez's DRS zone, so we should be able to fend him off for now, and maybe we might get a chance to attack Daniel Ricciardo if we can get close enough. I'm not sure if we can. Trying to get dive bomb here. Ooh, he actually locked it up on us. Wasn't expecting that entirely. And right as slipstream, we're just not close enough. Or are we very tight, but we make it stick? Back up into P4. But did lose his ground to the cars behind us. If they continue to go by side through this part of the course, that will help us a lot as well. That's what happens when you don't pay attention. What you're doing, you make a mistake. Finally comes into the pits, presumably for a set of hards. I would have to think it has to be hard tires. Hamilton and Albon are just gone. They are checked out this one. And it's like it's be one of those races where we just try to make the most of it. And just try to get the best result we can. Ricardo's in our DRS range, but you got a better run through that hairpin so much so that Perez is going to be attacking Ricciardo here from P4. Did Ricciardo just try to make a dive bomb on this, trying to defend from Perez? I think that's what he did. I think he just sent it. And I think Perez is going to get the position from Ricciardo. So Perez gets vaulted into P4. So we have another horrible run through that chicane.
Hamilton has just taken the lead.
He was actually in the lead the whole time, so I don't know why you're telling me that.
Okay, the car behind is catching you by 5/10 a lap. 5/10.
The question for me is going to be when do Hamilton and Albon go into the pits? Their stops. And when they do, what tire choice do they make? Perez sneaks by us. Can we get him again here? Supposed to be, we are going to get him just barely. To the long way round. Oh, hit the wall again, jeez. I feel like every lap I'm having a problem with this part of the track, which I shouldn't be, but just not nailing it, I guess.
Gap ahead is 15.7 seconds.
Completely ran wide there. again.
Okay, we lost the position. Try to keep focus.
We did, and we got the spot back. No problems at all, Jeff. No problems at all. Still have not seen Hamilton or Albon or anybody else really make their stop, so at this point I'm guessing everyone will be going on to the medium tires. I don't see the logic at all for going with the hards at this point in anybody's case. Well, it's 100% certain that everyone will be switching to medium tires the final step of the race. Did not have the best run through that chicane. I keep saying chicane, the hairpin. The hairpin. Bits. Ooh. Ricardo got alongside for Rez, but Ricardo got out of shape. Lost a little bit of time as the leaders, or at least Hamilton, comes to pit road.
Approaching the pit window, you'll be on the softs.
Yep, and there goes Hamilton. He's got this race won, pretty much. But maybe we could have had an effective result, or an effect on the race winner if we got ahead of Hamilton. But no, he came out well ahead of us by a number of seconds.
Car ahead has come in to fit the mediums. Car ahead, now running medium tires.
We are not scheduled to pit until lap 20. The tire wear is pretty good, actually. It's actually pretty good. It actually makes me think that we probably could have given the tire wear on these mediums hasn't been that bad. I think there's a chance if we went on the hards, we could have made this one
condition is still looking good.
But alas, we are doing a 2-stop race. As Albon hits the pits. As a majority of the field comes into the pits this lap. shows Albon flying out of the pits on his fresh set of medium tires. And I forget what the point lead was, but at this rate, Albon should still lead Vietnam with the points lead.
Didn't catch that. Say again. As things stand, we'll be third in the championship.
We're going to be going about a lap longer than pretty much anyone else. So we'll see where we come out. Pit projection has us 11 at the moment. But again, we are in front of people who haven't stopped yet. And we also are going to be on the faster tires. So we'll see where things shake out when we do our pit stop, which will not be this lap, it will be the next lap.
We want to pit this lap, so push now. We're leading our teammate by 22.6 seconds.
Very curious to see what Stroll does. Again, he was very late coming into the pits, so he might try to stretch this out. And we'll see how, if he's able to maintain, or if he just starts falling through the pack, if he decides to do a one-stop here. I think one of the Ferraris is on pit road right now. I don't know if there was a problem or what the deal was there. Oh, they're doing a wing change on Vettel. I think that's... Oh, that's Leclerc. Leclerc needed a wing change. That's interesting. I completely missed what happened to Leclerc. I don't recall seeing any yellow flags, so I'm guessing that Leclerc must have just gotten into someone, maybe down the straight here. Because again, I don't. There were no, because if there was going to be an incident, it would have occurred on that long back straight that we just got out of, and I did not see any
in front is 4.8
notification that
seconds.
Leclerc had, or that anyone had an accident there since the TV accident. So, yeah, very interesting.
Right, come in at the end of this lap. Roger that. Soft tyres at the next pit stop.
Here we go into the pits. We shall see where we come out. Still says it doesn't say 'cause we're already in the pits. Alright, let's make this quick one, boys.
Go, go, go.
2 seconds, not bad. Ocon,
Look after these tyres now.
for some reason, has gone onto a hard compound tire. I have no idea why. We're just going out right alongside Valtteri Bottas, and he gives us absolutely no space. We are
pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
And we'll see what we can do if we can catch Perez and Vettel in front of us. One thing's for sure, we're definitely getting away from the guys behind us. Well, not necessarily this lap, because they will have DRS on us. The trouble there. So once I went too wide, and then I went too shallow. Then too shallow again. Come on, Sean. I've gone wide again. Not ready. There we go. Yep, we are definitely catching Perez. Should have him in this next lap, as we've absolutely gapped Bottas and Ricardo, so we do not have to worry about them at all. Perez, he got a little squirrely there. Leclerc sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, which, if he finishes where he finishes, that will mean that nobody gets the fastest lap bonus points. Of course, in order to get that point, you have to be inside the top 10. Leclerc is obviously well in the back. By Perez, a little too late on the brakes because we slammed into Vettel a little bit. And again, we were just a little too late on the brakes going into that hairpin.
Okay, the gap
get
behind
Perez.
is 3.2 seconds.
We're in the P5. And in front of us is Sebastian Vettel. Vettel into turn one. Easily take the spot.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
And now, you're coming up to Lance Stroll. His racing point. Credit to him for trying to one-stop, but I think he's going to be losing a lot of positions here pretty shortly. The DRS should just
There's 5
easily
laps
get
of
him
fuel
into the
remaining.
hairpin. I was going to say let's try for an outside pass, but Stroll made a fade to the right after going left. And we get Stroll for E3. And now I hope that Stroll on his older tires will hold up Vettel just a little bit so that it'll keep him out of our DRS range. It's probably the best I've taken Sector 3 all race long. Uh-oh, somebody's got a problem.
Green flag.
I think it's one of the Renaults.
Some information on Ocon. They are out of the race.
Ooh,
Full course
it
caution.
is-
The safety car is out. Keep an eye on the Delta. We need to keep it positive to avoid a
Esteban
penalty.
Ocon with an engine failure late in the race. And in a precarious enough position that the safety car has now been deployed. And we know that Hamilton and Albon have been the class of the field all race long. But this presents us with a very good opportunity to make something happen, depending on when the safety car restarts the race. Because Calderon is very far off the rest of the field right now, and she has to catch, and the race won't restart until she catches up. So I don't know. It's going to be either a restart 2 laps to go or a restart with 1 lap to go. It's going to be pretty close either way. Tire wear, not too bad.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
And we shouldn't have to worry about fuel. We're going to be saving up here.
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
We're going to be on lap 25 right now, coming up. As Hamilton and Albon finally catch the safety car. And this race finishes under the safety car because Calderon was too slow to catch us. Then screw her and screw Williams for ruining the end of this
There's
race.
3 laps of fuel remaining.
Yeah, I got the feeling this is going to be a one-lap shootout. We're literally just waiting for Calderon to catch the pack. Just waiting on her. Got a long ways to go yet to catch us.
Okay, let's get ready to go.
And I guess the safety car is not going to wait because they are coming in. I thought they were going to wait for Calderon because usually they wait for everyone to catch up to the pack. But I guess Calderon is going so slow that they're not even going to wait for her. She's just going to coming at us at full speed, but she's not going to be close to catch the back of the pack. Go. Can we get anything? Will we stay third? Can we improve our position? Our tire wear is still not too bad, considering we're on the softs. The wall a little bit there. Right up Albon's gearbox. Here we go. There will be no DRS. It's too late in the race. We'll make a dive on Albon for second. And we get him. McCann to catch Lewis Hamilton for the win of this race. Just 2 laps to go. Let's see if we can do it. We have the better tires, we've saved the fuel. Will that Mercedes be just too fast for us? And with also of course, no DRS assistance. We are closing on this straight, little by little.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Massive send as Hamilton locks up. We take the lead. We're in the lead. The Vietnam Grand Prix with a massive send into the hairpin to get the lead from Lewis Hamilton. What a move. I did not expect that to happen so quickly. Hamilton was nearly a second ahead of us on that straight. We just closed out to him so quickly. And it goes to show, and don't forget as well, he pitted a couple laps before us. And those medium tires about equalized, but
final lap of the race. Gap to teammate behind is 7.8 seconds.
the safety car really gave us the chance to save up our tires for this final stint of the race. Here comes Hamilton back. And no DRS. See if we can defend from Hamilton down this long straight. This is going to be probably his last shot at an overtake. he's not close enough. Our tires are better, and Hamilton is just not close enough to make anything happen. Well,
Fuel is looking really good. You're managing it well.
I wanted to get a win at this track at some point in my career mode. I did not expect it to come so quickly in Season 2. That safety car completely changed the race for us. As they come around the final set of corners, and will come out of nowhere to steal away the Vietnam Grand Prix from Lewis Hamilton.
That's a race win. You've really been great today.
And driver of the day as well. Can't ask for much more than that.
There's a few disappointed faces up and down the pit wall after that one, but not here. They secured a phenomenal victory. So, Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Well, when you overtake that many people, I'd certainly hope you'd win the race. Their car was really effective.
So yeah, I didn't overtake that many people. I mean, I only started 7th.
They didn't cook the engine, given how long they were spending in the hot air behind other cars. They had a lot of confidence to push their tyres hard as well, especially going into the corners, which allowed for some late braking and some exciting passes.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way out onto the podium.
It's our 2nd win of the season, and 5th of our career in the My Team Career Mode universe. Again, when you do a race with a 2-stop like that, that's why you go with the softs at the very end of the race. For that very reason.
So let's review the updated driver standings. And after today's result, there's a new name at the top of the championship. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
I'm going to give it to the owner-driver today. They fought so hard and had incredible pace at times, so I don't think anyone else did a better job today.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Our championship leaders retain their position, but their lead is shrinking. There was also a strong showing from the Mercedes team today as they make their way up the standings. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
So there you go. That is the Vietnam Grand Prix. Latifi was listed as was initially disqualified, but I guess it's good to see that he got was listed as a DNF instead. At least found it a little annoying when people got listed as disqualifications, but nonetheless, we come home with the win in the safety car, which completely changed the outcome of this race. Elsewhere in the points, Stroll, again, that strategy really paid off for him, and I think that safety car really saved him too, because he would have fallen, definitely would have lost spots to Vettel and Perez had it stayed under green. And then good job by Norris and Gasly to get into the top 10 after starting outside the top 10. Still a little perplexed with McLaren's performance considering their 4th best, but maybe it's just the track. Happy that Magnussen managed to maintain 14th after starting 14th. I'll take that. McLaren Verstappen. Just mulligan days for them. No points on the board for them, at least in this race. Constructor standings. Red Bull maintains the lead. It's actually very close right now between ourselves and Ferrari, Mercedes, and Red Bull. Only 18 points separates us. And hey, with the way that Racing Point are performing, they're not that far behind either. Only 27 out of the lead. And as far as the championship is concerned, we have taken the lead. We have usurped Alexander Albon. We're 7 points ahead of him. Hamilton's still trying to recover from that early DNF in Australia. He's 16 points out. And then you got a whole crew of guys who are basically about a race win out of the lead with Vettel and Bottas and Stroll and Leclerc and Verstappen. I mean, again, props to Lance Stroll. If he would have told me that he would be where he is now in the points and 3 races in ahead of Leclerc and Verstappen, I would not have believed you. But again, he's just been playing the strategy very well. And again, Racing Point generally. Let's not forget earlier before the race started, we looked at the performance chart. They were listed below us, and we were the middle team. We were, I guess, sixth. We were the 6th best team, and Racing Point were the 7th. So the fact that they're outperforming McLaren and Renault, who are both above them in the performance chart, it just says a lot about, I guess, their car. And it's more so for the case of Lance Stroll, just his ability to save tires. So good on them. We're getting some really solid results to start the season.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. You're leading the championship. Are you happy to be there or feeling the pressure?
First of all, it's nice to see the interview, because we hadn't had an interview all weekend. I was nervous because if we didn't, we would have lost the bonus, but I'll say there's no time to get complacent. Each race is a unique challenge.
Did you struggle to get through all that traffic today?
I would say there was no struggle. I just pushed as hard as I could.
We all underestimated you, didn't we?
Compliment the team there.
Do you think you were lucky not to end your race with that crash?
Yeah, I've answered enough questions that I can ignore this one.
Appreciate your time.
You got enough answers out of me. I don't need to answer that one. Would have been in trouble if that was a only two questions, but fortunately it was more, so I could afford to skip it. And we are going to overtake Vettel in our rivalry. We're taking it off to a slow start. Team McLaren gets boosted, which you'll love to see. 861k coming in from the sponsors. A little bit of damage deduction, but that's okay. No biggie. Up to $14.72 million. I might be making a big investment here in just a second, but we'll wait until we get back to the headquarters. Alright, renewing sponsors. We will renew those sponsors. So, nothing to worry about there. Actually, go to corporate, everything's good. I'll have to put the livery, or the sponsors, back on the car. Actually curious, what if I put... put Atlantic right there. And that's all on the side of the car. I think that probably should be Pacifico, since they are the primary sponsor. Put Atlantic right there. I guess I must have missed that we had another slot to put. I was wondering why our Halo didn't have the sponsors on it, but I guess we were just missing that spot. For whatever reason. That was sort of annoying me a little bit, that wasn't being filled in, but there you go, it's filled in now. So we should be all good. The car looks much better like that, with all the sponsor slots filled in. That's what you like to see. All filled up with sponsors. And we'll just double check that again to make sure it's all good. And it is. Looks good. That's good. It's very, very good. Car will look a little more full, which is what you want to see. Now, I was talking about making an investment, and I think that investment is going to be in the marketing department. Well, actually, I was going to go with this one, but it looks like we're a little too... it doesn't fit our budget, essentially. That's alright, we'll go with something else here. I think we'll go... They're gonna go an upgrade on the powertrain. We're gonna improve the build time by 40%. Spend a little money there. And I think we'll spend a little bit of money on the personnel. Analysis suite is on level 2. I'm gonna get the simulator up to level 2. Maybe up the pace of our teammate Kevin Magnussen. Which puts us down to 3 billion, but that's okay. We're still in good shape. Still a lot of time before Magnussen has to renew his contract. Sure when are those supposed to come in? Now we on 16th of April and 16th of April. And that's actually right as we're going to the Chinese Grand Prix. So that works out. R&D. I don't think we have enough points to do anything else right now. Not quite. Actually, you know what? I said we were going to try to focus on the durability a little bit more, so why don't we just get another durability upgrade here? We'll just get this one out of the way for the turbo. We'll take care of that. That looks good. resource points are down, but that's okay. We'll get more. We'll get another upgrade. So we have one part from each department in development. Alright, now time to fill out the activities. Podium celebration seems like a good idea. Simulator trading for Magnuson. Go with that. Ooh, this one looks good. Sponsor advertisement for the vehicle gets the team 750 team acclaim and $37,500 cash. Yes, thank you very much. I could have had two choices here, but of the two, the supplier HQ tour and the sponsor advertisement. Sponsor advertisement gets us more money and more cash, so that one seemed pretty easy to select. And then I think since our air department needed some team building, we'll do that. Fill out the schedule quite nicely. No messages. All right, let's advance to the Chinese Grand Prix. And it looks like we had a failure on something. Second straight failure, and it's unfortunately the major chassis upgrade will not be in for the Chinese Grand Prix, which stinks. Really, really stinks. And to top it all off, we've been jumped by Racing Point in the team chart. Which is lovely. And it's going to require 600 resource points to get, which is just dandy. Just dandy. But we'll make it work, I guess. We'll just go through it, and fortunately, hopefully it'll come in time. I believe, if I check the info here, it should be in for the Dutch Grand Prix, which is good. That's okay. That can work, because then that will mean we will have a minor engine upgrade and a major chassis upgrade coming in for the Dutch Grand Prix. So a slight setback. That's okay. And also we will still be getting a minor upgrade in the aero that came in. So we will at least be having an upgrade coming in, which is what I want. Just as long as we're getting upgrades, I'm happy. I'll upgrade every race. That's what I want to see. But there you go. That's it for the Vietnam Grand Prix. I'll see you next time for the Chinese Grand Prix.